What's good, y'all? So with the Lakers being as bad as they are, it kind of got me thinking, how did they get here? And as I started thinking more and more about it, it really just comes down to they didn't trust their young talent at all. When you go back and look at the late years of Kobe Bryant's career, when the Lakers were not that good and they just kept, being really, really bad drafting players, they got a lot of solid NBA players out of those drafts. The problem comes down to they sent them away for basically nothing, and now they're left with basically nothing. They won the championship in 2020, but now they're in pretty much the worst spot of any NBA team in the league right now. So to make it easy for Lakers fans, or maybe even harder, I don't really know, we're going back in time, bringing all those players that were drafted by the Lakers back to the Lakers and see what they could do if they would have just stayed. Now, looking at this team, it really does suck for Lakers fans because a lot of these players are really, really good or solid, at least, players. Probably can be one of the best players on the Lakers roster right now, no disrespect. But, we got guys like Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, and Josh Hart, who all three of them got sent over to New Orleans in the Anthony Davis trade. And like Lonzo and Josh Hart are really, really good role players. Josh Hart is killing it over there in Portland, and then Lonzo Ball, he's struggling with his injuries right now, but when he was playing for the Bulls were one of the best teams in the league. And then Brandon Ingram especially, I think this is the one that stings the most for Lakers fans. Brandon Ingram is an emerging star out there in New Orleans, and it really sucks that, the Lakers gave him up. Like I said, they got the championship, but it's a give and a take there. Then of our power forward position, we have Julius Randle here, who, funny enough, wasn't involved in that trade, but after his Lakers tenure, he did also go to New Orleans. If this was his most improved season, he would be up there with Brandon Ingram, where, an emerging star or whatever, but he's kind of settled back down to earth, and he's back on the level of Lonzo Ball, D'Angelo Russell, who we'll get to. Then at the center position, we got Zubac here, who got traded from one LA team to the other LA team. He's really picked it up since going over to the Clippers. He is a very, very, very solid center to have on your team, especially on a contending team. They pretty much gave up Zubac for literally nothing. It was really for salary, if I remember correctly. I really don't understand it, man, to be honest with you. And now looking at our bench, we got some solid bench pieces too. It's not just our starters. We got our six-man D'Angelo Russell here. D'Lo, of course, was infamously traded to Brooklyn after that whole Nick Young, Iggy Azalea incident on Live. He says he didn't really leak it. It's a whole story, whatever. But in Brooklyn, his career really bounced off, took off. Then he got sent to Golden State for KD. Things got a little murky. He was now in Minnesota, who's right now he's having a down year. Overall, though, D'Lo is a solid starting point guard for your team for sure. And him coming off the bench for this Lakers team, very beneficial. Then we got my man Kuz right here, Kyle Kuzma. Of course, got sent in the Westbrook trade, got sent over to Washington. This is the trade that I think the Lakers regret the absolute most. Kuz, he's a really good player, man. Westbrook, really good player. Kuz just fits the Lakers a lot more than Russell Westbrook, and I don't think it takes a genius to say that or figure that out. Yeah, at least for me personally, that Kuzma trade is not looking the best at all. Then we got guys like Jordan Clarkson here, who, if I believe, he got sent to Cleveland in the Lakers trade, and then Larry Nance was also involved in that deal to go and try to help LeBron win another chip. Didn't end up working out. But, I think they got Isaiah Thomas and some draft capital back from that. Again, not really much. But, if you think about it, that's also LeBron's doing, as well as Kuzma, as well as Zubac, Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart. So even when LeBron wasn't on the Lakers, he was still affecting their young pieces. And then last but not least, we got our man Alex Caruso. The Lakers, they decided they didn't want to re-sign Alex Caruso. Instead, they wanted to get THT, which I guess I could have had him on this team too. I forgot about that. And regardless, they decided they wanted to keep THT instead of Caruso, and then they ended up trading THT for Pat Bev the next season. Now that we got through all these intros, and I painfully took you Lakers fans back down memory lane, and if you're a Lakers hater, joyfully took you down memory lane, let's get into the season and see how this team really works if they would have stayed together, what could have been for the Lakers. Luka Doncic, Luka Doncic, Luka Doncic, MVP. Paolo Banchero, Rookie of the Year. Cole Anthony, Sixth Man. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year. And Jordan McLaughlin, Most Improved. What is it with, like, why are they giving someone from 4 points to 6.5 points? I mean, like, the assist, that's crazy. For sure, that's crazy. But, like, what? Like, give it to someone who, like, really took a jump, man. Second video in a row they've done that. So this baby Laker team ended up making the 8th seed in the play-in, and we won 38 games. So, I mean, are they in a better position than what they got right now in LeBron and Anthony Davis? Only time will tell, but 38 games was way less than what I was expecting. Looking at player stats over here, it's a very well-balanced team as 6 players scored double digits, almost 7 if you include Lonzo Ball, who was 0.3 away. But our leading scorer was Brandon Ingram, of course, who gave us a nice 20 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. You know, shooting the ball very efficiently. It's what you need from Brandon Ingram. Second leading scorer was, of course, my man Julius Randle here, giving us 16.5 with 8 rebounds and 5 assists. Not the best shooting, which is what Julius Randle's going to give you. But overall, not terrible for a second option. D'Angelo Russell here. He started off coming off our bench. He ended up getting the starting position about midway through the season. He gave us 16 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. I would like those assists to be up a little bit more, but he shot the 3-ball well. Overall, good season from D'Lo. Kyle Kuzma off our bench right here gave us 14, 6, and 3. Solid efficiency too. Not bad from Kuz. Jordan Clarkson off our bench gave us 13, 2, and 2. The efficiency, I remember I checked in midseason, it was a little bit better. He took a little bit of a fall off towards the end of the season, but overall, nothing bad. Josh Hart, of course, our glue guy here, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Good, decent efficiency. Lonzo Ball basically gave us 10 and 6 with a steal and a half on top of that. Zubac, 8 and 8. Larry Nance was just our small ball center off our bench, and then Alex Caruso got some spot minutes there, giving the little things for us. All right, well, we're the 8th seed going up against the Portland Trail Blazers in the play-in. They don't have Josh Hart. We took him from them, so at least that's something. You know, we took something from them. They're not at full strength, and we are playing a pretty good. That was a great second quarter from us, and we wire-to-wire almost win against the Trailblazers. In the play-in, we had Julius Randle lead the way with 26, 9, and 5, 2 blocks on top of that. It was some great efficiency from him, and then Brandon Ingram also did his thing, 24, 7, and 5 with 2 steals. Kuzma had 4 blocks off our bench, gave us 16 on top of that. D'Lo, 15 and 6. So overall, well-rounded team win. That's what I think we really are as a team at a whole. It's just a well-rounded team. You know, this one guy, like Josh Hart, giving 6, 6, and 8. Like, one game, he has 8 assists. And then the next game, we got Kuzma with 16. Like, we just do, everyone does a little bit of everything, gets their chance to shine. And it's working so far. All right, well, the baby Lakers team did make it to the playoffs. Unfortunately, though, they got to go up against Luka Doncic in the first round. Let's go game by game. They win game 1, actually. Luka put up 44, 10, and 7, as he does. But Julius with a 20-piece, Jordan Clarkson with 20, Brandon Ingram barely didn't have 20. It's surprising that we won that, I'm not going to lie, but we did. Luka wins the next game, and we're up 2-1. Oh, come on, Lakers. Oh, come on, Lakers. We up 3-1? Chill. Whew, Luka who, bro? Luka who? B.I. doing his thing, 21, 5, and 5. Zubac doing his thing. Julius with a double-double. D'Lo, 11 assists, 1 turnover. Come on, man. That's PG stuff. He was 1 for 7. Shot wasn't falling. Get everyone else involved. I love it. Well, that was a very surprising upset going up against the Golden State Warriors in this next round. Hopefully we can take this. We're tied 2-2 right there. Big game 3. It goes down to them. We will shorten this rotation. I'm not gonna lie, this team's 8-man rotation is low-key elite, bro. D'Lo, B.I., Josh Hart, Julius, and Zubac as our starters. And then off our bench, we got Lonzo, Kuz, and Jordan Clarkson. That's nasty. That shit is nasty. All right, boys. Simcast this. Game 6. Gotta force a Game 7. We made it this far. We upset the 2 seed. We can't let it end here, man. We gotta push it one more game. One more game. That's all I'm asking for. And it looks like we did it. We did it. We did do it. Going to game 7. Brandon Ingram in the game 6 put up 35, 5 and 5. Love to see it. Fantastic efficiency. Kuzma with a 20. Lonzo 18 and 9. Man, I do really love this team, man. I really do love this team. They're playing great basketball right now. Let's keep it going though. Game 7. Game 7. Come on, boys. Make it to the conference finals as a 7 seed. Why not? Make it to the conference finals. The Lakers gave up on y'all. The seeding gave up on y'all. Hey, don't give up on yourselves though. They might have given up on themselves. They gave this whole big ass speech and they lost. Damn. You know what makes this loss even worse? Steph Curry had a bad night. Steph Curry had a bad game 7 with only 13 and 7, 4 turnovers, bad shooting. But Clay dropped 31. And James Wiseman, who's getting DMPs in real life, dropped 28 and 11 on our dome. That ass, he hit a 3 on us, bro. When was the last time you saw James Wiseman hit a 3 in an NBA game? And he did that to us. That shit is crazy. And the loss, B.I., you did your thing, man. 6 turnovers. Yeesh. Points, though, you did your thing. Kuzma, yes, of course, off the bench. Julius, almost a triple-double. Not the best efficiency. D-Lo is, bro, I gotta check in the playoffs. Yeah, you are terrible. Like, assists was cool, but every time I look at you, bro, you were just shooting tour dates out there. And Jordan Clarkson only took 3 shots. Yeah, it's a GG. Well, this video was just a whole roller coaster of emotions for me. You know, I built the team. I was looking at it. I was like, yo, this is a solid squad. And then we were the A seed in the play-in. And we won the play-in, and I was like, damn, we made the playoffs, yeah. Now we got to go up against Luka Doncic. Beat Luka, forced a game 7 against the Golden State Warriors, held Curry to 13 points, and lost the game. Either way, though, this video was a ton of fun to record. A lot of these players are some of my favorite players in the league. I have a real, Julius Randle, obviously he's on my team, so it's a love-hate relationship. But Lonzo, I really support. Kuzma, I love. Brandon Ingram, Bucket, Josh Hart. All these guys I really do like, so it was cool to see them all back on one team again. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave it a like. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. In the description, there's links to all my social medias, so make sure you follow me on all those to keep up to date with me. Catch y'all.